15 homeless people who became rich. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome to another exciting original video presented by Alux.com. Today we're looking at some unbelievable rags to riches stories of some of the most famous celebrities who used to be homeless. Although the rich and famous seem to have it all, money, power, fame, and luxurious lifestyles, the path to fame and wealth isn't always an easy one. In fact, it's common for celebrities and successful business people to have struggled along the way before turning their lives around and enjoying the fruits of their success. It's hard to imagine, but some very well-known celebrities have even spent time being homeless, living on the streets, in their cars, in homeless shelters, or even a tent on the beach, as one person on our list did. You will no doubt be shocked by some of the people on this list because every one of them are popular and well-known figures that became either millionaires or billionaires. That's why this list is so inspirational. It's definite proof that no matter where you start from, you can achieve incredible financial success with the right drive, motivation, work ethic, and talent. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. So, let's dive right into our list of 15 people who used to be homeless and became rich and famous. Number 1. Jim Carrey. Net worth $150 million. When Jim Carrey was a teenager, his family experienced many financial struggles. Jim ended up dropping out of high school and living in a Volkswagen bus with his family in Canada. The family eventually ended up living in a tent on his older sister's lawn. Carrey attributed these tough times with helping him to develop a sense of humor. He now has starred in over 30 films and has a net worth of about $150 million. Number 2. Kelly Clarkson. Net worth $28 million. Before becoming the first winner of American Idol, Kelly Clarkson had to go through some serious hard times. Shortly after moving to Los Angeles, her apartment burned down and she had nowhere to go. The unemployed singer was living out of her car and in homeless shelters before she auditioned for American Idol. Now the popular singer has a net worth of $28 million. Number 3. Sylvester Stallone. Net worth $400 million. At the age of 24, Sylvester Stallone found himself homeless as a struggling actor in New York City. He slept for several weeks in a bus terminal and even had to sell his dog for $50 just to get by. Everything changed for him when he sold his script for Rocky and starred in the 1976 film. One of the first things he did when he got some money was buy back his dog for $3,000. He now has a net worth of $400 million. Number 4. Hillary Swank. Net worth $40 million. When Hillary Swank was 15, she moved to Los Angeles with her mother to pursue her acting dreams. They lived out of their car for a few months and also slept on the floor of an empty house that their friend had up for sale. By the time Hillary was 30, she had won 2 Oscars, and she continues to have a very successful acting career with a net worth of $40 million. Number 5. Charlie Chaplin. Net worth $50 million. Before the age of 10, Charlie Chaplin's mother was put in a mental hospital, and he was forced out onto the streets of London along with his little brother. He also spent some time in a home for destitute children. Chaplin worked hard to break into the entertainment industry and became one of the most successful and iconic actors in the silent film era. He also became one of the wealthiest actors in Hollywood at the time, with a net worth of $50 million. Number 6. Sam Worthington. Net worth $12 million. At the time that Australian actor Sam Worthington auditioned for the role of Jake Sully in Avatar, he was homeless and sleeping in his car. Needless to say, his life changed drastically when he was cast in Avatar, which was the first film to gross more than $2 billion, and he has gone on to star in other big-name films. His net worth is $12 million, but you can expect that to go way up, as he's slated to star in Avatar 2 and 3. Number 7. Halle Berry. Net worth $80 million. In 1989, Halle Berry moved to New York City at the age of 22 to pursue an acting career. She had difficulty finding work at first and quickly ran out of money, and her mother refused to send her any money, telling her she needed to take care of herself. Halle ended up staying at a homeless shelter for several months before she got her first well-paying acting gig. She said it taught her that she could live through any situation and make her own way in this world. Halle eventually went on to become one of the highest-paid actresses of the 2000s and has appeared in over 45 films and television shows. This award-winning actress now has a net worth of $80 million. Number 8. Steve Harvey. Net worth $120 million. American comedian, TV personality, author, and game show host Steve Harvey lived in his Ford Tempo for 3 years before getting his big break. He remembers having to wash up in hotel bathrooms, gas stations, or swimming pool showers during this difficult time, but he persevered until he was called to appear on Showtime at the Apollo, which launched his career in entertainment. His net worth is now $120 million. Number 9. Daniel Craig. Net worth $95 million. Long before he became James Bond, Daniel Craig was homeless and sleeping on park benches in London as a struggling actor. Although best known for his Bond role, Craig has had a long and successful career appearing in dozens of films and television programs. He's now one of the world's highest-paid actors with an estimated net worth of $95 million. Number 10. Steve Jobs. Net worth $10.2 billion. When Steve dropped out of college, he lost his dorm room and became homeless. He slept on the floor of other friends' rooms, collected Coke bottles to recycle for food money, and even regularly walked 7 miles just to get a good meal at the Hare Krishna temple. The co-founder of Apple went on to become a millionaire by the time he was 23 and a billionaire by the time he was 40. At the point of his untimely death, his net worth was estimated at $10.2 billion. If you want to find out about other billionaires that came up from nothing, click in the upper right-hand corner to check out our video of 15 self-made billionaires that started out poor. Number 11. Drew Carey. Net worth $165 million. American actor, comedian, and game show host Drew Carey had tough times ever since his father died when he was just 8 years old. After he served in the Marines for 6 years, he found himself homeless in Las Vegas, Nevada. He sold his plasma for $40 as often as he was permitted and looked for spare change on the streets. He then decided to try and be a comedian and got his big break on The Johnny Carson Show in 1991. He's currently the host of the long-running game show The Price is Right and is worth $165 million. Number 12. Jennifer Lopez. Net worth $360 million. When Jennifer was 18 years old, a disagreement with her mom about whether she should go to college or pursue dancing resulted in her becoming homeless. She often spent the night at her dance studio sleeping on a cot. But Lopez was right to follow her passion, as within a year she had her first major gig, and she's now a hugely successful singer, actress, dancer, and fashion designer, with a net worth of $360 million. Number 13. Dr. Phil McGraw. Net worth $400 million. Dr. Phil McGraw, who is now America's most famous psychologist, lived in a car with his father when he was 12 years old. Both he and his father fought to make their lives better. His father established a psychology practice, while McGraw got his PhD in psychology. Dr. Phil became a household name when Oprah Winfrey invited him to be a part of her program, and he went on to have his own syndicated advice program. He now has a net worth of $400 million. Number 14. David Letterman. Net worth $400 million. When the former late-night host first moved to Los Angeles in 1975, he and his wife were living out of his truck for several months before he got his break as a comedy writer. He went on to be a late-night comedy host for 33 years, making him the longest-serving late-night talk show host in American television history. He currently has a net worth of $400 million. Number 15. Chris Pratt. Net worth $30 million. At 18 years old, A-list actor Chris Pratt was homeless in Maui, Hawaii. He was living in his van and sleeping in a tent on the beach. Pratt described Maui as a pretty awesome place to be homeless, saying he just drank, smoked weed, and worked just enough to buy gas, food, and fishing supplies, but he knew he wanted more for his life. He was discovered at the age of 19 while he was working as a waiter, and is now enjoying a hugely successful career with a net worth of $30 million. Now that we've gone through this list, we'd like to know, which person were you most surprised about? Let us know down in the comments. Still here? Here's a bonus fact just for you. Billionaire John Paul DeJoria, the co-founder of the Paul Mitchell line of hair products and the Patron Spirits Company, joined a gang while in high school and lived on the streets of LA. He only got his act together after his high school math teacher told him he would never succeed at anything, and he set out to prove him wrong. And prove him wrong he did. He now has a net worth of $3.3 billion. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.